Welcome to Read the Room. This is episode number 10.
Yeah. Okay.
The title of this episode is The Fix. I go by E1.
Trey Philando, that's the rumor, baby.
Yes, sir. Now, The Fix, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about, are you a fixer or are you a listener? Or are you both? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it right there for now. And then as the pod go on, we'll get deeper into that. What's good with you?
Bruh, it's hot. First of all, it's hot outside. I got all black on, looking like a crazy man, but it's all good. Schedule change, bruh. Got my regular sleep pattern back, bruh.
Okay.
It was crushing me, dog. I ain't want to say nothing, but it was crushing me. But I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
We out of football. We in the basketball season now. Just grinding, bro. Working out. I'm rucking a lot. Do you
Rucking?
ruck?
What's that?
Do you ruck?
What,
You rucker?
I never heard of
Rucking is you basically a big weighted vest and you
Okay.
working out in your weighted vest, or you're walking long periods of time in your weighted vest. But you should do that mixed with your weightlifting program.
that. Okay.
And you should do it before you lift weights, because if you try to go and work out after you ruck, it'll be tough. So I ruck like 5 miles. It taxes your body more, but
Okay.
it maintains your muscle structure while you're getting cardio, and it's really good. It kicks your ass.
So you know what I do?
What you do?
I use the I don't know what sweatband.
Yeah.
And I get the sweat. I can't think of the name of it. They got different brands
Yeah.
of it. And you put the stuff on your stomach, boom, 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 your back.
Okay.
Put the strap on. I put a hoodie on.
Okay.
And then I walk. And when I finish, I'm
Crush.
drenched. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yes, bro.
that help you get rid of a lot of water weight.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Yes, it does. When I lost the 80-something pounds, bro, I ran every day, but it wasn't with like a weighted vest. But shit, it could be they like this, bro. I'll go out there and run, but I wasn't lifting while I was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you lost your muscles and all that shit. So you gotta work it, get it back on. But rucking is good because you working with a resistance on you.
Yeah.
While you're doing it. So it's good, man. I like it, man. But it's good. It's good. We men of a certain age. Get off the couch, man. Go walk, right?
You gotta
Talk
exercise.
to him, bruh.
Exercising, it helps you maintain youthfulness. Now, maybe you don't give a fuck about looking youthful. I
You
don't
should.
know. Everybody's different.
Especially if you got a wife.
But
Or a girl.
beside looking youthful, though, it just keeps you healthy. You know what I mean? And it's hard to make a habit of stuff. But if you can get into a habit of exercising, I tell people start small. Like, you ain't got to lift the gym, but do something every day and you'll continue to compound. You'll start to get results to the point that you feel bad when you don't work out.
You
Or
feel bad when you
you'll
don't
go
work
back
out,
to
yeah.
how you were. And that's part of the motivation to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And little tricks too is even just with your smartwatch, just pay attention to the steps. Right.
Hell
and
yeah.
then just make it a goal that you might want to do 5,000 steps, because you might have a sedentary job where you sitting down the whole day.
Yeah.
Right. So just make it a goal that, hey, walk around your building, you know what I'm saying? Or get up, walk around your office so you can hit that 5,000. Then the 5,000 becomes 10,000. And then that's when you start to develop that habit.
Now let's talk about the Chris Brown Usher tour. I don't know the name of the tour, right? But this is what I do know.
Okay.
All right, so Chris Brown recently toured
Okay.
by himself.
I saw it. Yep.
Okay. Usher recently toured. Then he had a residency
Yeah.
in Las
in
Vegas. So now they decided to tour together.
Mhm.
So of course that means that they doing stadiums.
Mhm.
Now I have seen people say that that are going to the Chris Brown Usher. They want Chris Brown to do different songs, but it's you that's going 3 times to see him. Why would he do different songs when this is a worldwide tour? He has to perform the hits.
Right.
He has to perform the music that hits.
Right.
You the one went to see him 3
Yeah.
times.
And he's such a showman, and he got like so many songs. This latest album got 27 songs on it.
Bruh.
Dog.
Now-
he's a showman.
Now, let me tell you this.
Go
So
ahead.
I just happened to be scrolling yesterday, right?
Okay.
No, today, this
Mhm.
morning, matter of fact. And I'm scrolling and I see Chris Brown and he has a young lady on stage. So with the young lady on stage, Chris Brown takes off his shirt. She's on her back. He spreads her legs out.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
he
Go ahead.
spread her legs out.
Look at having the time
And
of his life.
and he started like humping her like he was hitting her. Only thing
Okay.
he had to do was take her pants off, for real, for real.
Okay.
And my question is this. And be honest, dog.
Yeah.
So let's just say this, right? Whether it could be your girlfriend, your wife, whatever. She goes to a Chris Brown concert and she's really not into that, getting on stage and everything, but
He pull her on.
He put her on stage and she in the moment. And now he's dancing with her. He's gyrating on her. He got her on her back. He sprayed them legs and he dry humping her. How would you feel about that?
I'm not gonna be in a relationship, but as soon as she fucking come home, this is fucking over with.
No, but why?
Dog, why? Nigga, because of what you just said.
He didn't really date.
Dog, bruh. Save all that shit. It's over. If the world see my wife getting gyrated on 80,000, first of all, this is a small area. People that we know is there.
But Trey's is entertainment.
Dog, that's fine. That's a fantastic thing. You can keep that goddamn moment. I'm up out of there. Never. Bro, if me and you doing a party, we got 10,000 people in the audience, and I pull a fine ass thing out and have her sitting on my lap, rodeo style, facing me while we partying, I'm gonna have a fucking divorce letter.
All right.
You feel what I'm saying?
All right, so let me
Chris Brown, let me tell you something, Playboy. Hey man, keep having the time of your life, bro. My wife or my girlfriend, same thing. You out of there? Nah, I don't do that shit.
So let me tell you what happened to me, right? So look,
you answer the question. That you see your wife up there, bro.
I mean, that's gonna be tough, right? But I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily a deal breaker, but how my mind think. I feel like when you do something like that, all he had to do was say, "Hey, after the concert, come to the back and he could fuck her." That's how I feel, though. Dog.
Hey, dog. So you took a verse. Oh, wait, well, okay. Dog. First of all, we back. Episode 10. Episode 10. Oh, slow down, bro. Slow down. I was drinking the coffee, but you gotta slow down. Okay. So what you saying is that don't show it. Right? Do it discreetly. And you not know about it?
No, I'm just saying.
You find out later.
I'm saying that I feel like even though it's entertainment, if you willing to do something like if you let that happen, I feel like that all it would take for him is to say, let's go to the back later on, and you'll do it. Now, I'm gonna give you a situation early in my marriage.
Go ahead.
My wife really loved some Trey Songz, right?
Okay.
And so she had went to a Trey Songz concert and she had a good time. And Trey Songz calls he calls the girls that his fan base. I forgot what they call him, right?
Yeah, whatever his fan base is.
Anyway, on the concert, he had a portion where he would pull a girl on stage,
right?
And I think he would give her some angel wings or give her a kiss. I don't know, something like that, right? So this early in my marriage, remember, that's what I said. It was early in my marriage. So my wife had put a post up and said, it was like a post of Chris Brown. Trey Songz pulling the girl on the stage. Mm-hmm. And under it, my wife say, I wish that could have been me. Dog. Slim. So I seen the joke. So I'm like, what?
Go ahead.
So she get home. I ain't say anything, dog. I didn't say anything. And you know what I did do, though?
What you do?
She had that post on her page. When she went into the bathroom.
What you do?
I went in her phone. I deleted that shit, man.
You supposed to.
I deleted that shit.
You supposed to, bro.
And we had a talk, and I had to. I said, look, what if I went to a Beyonce concert, and I'm into Beyonce,
and she pull you on stage,
yeah, and I start saying, damn, Slim, if Beyonce could have took me to the back, damn, like. You would have felt disrespected.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. What female entertainer, anybody you could ever think about that you could say, damn, if I was to get pulled on stage, you could be married or not married, whatever. Who would you want to pull you on stage, bro? Yeah.
If I had to think of somebody to pull me on stage.
Somebody pull you on stage.
I can't think of maybe I can't think of nobody, or maybe Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor, okay.
Just because she has like this aggressive sex appeal type jump.
Oh, you like that? I got it.
I got it. About something else, man.
He started looking at that. I got him.
Now we go.
I got him.
But women look like. So have you ever been like you be around women, right? And then you might be on TV and a celebrity will come on. They be like, damn, back in the day it was Allen Iverson or Idris Elba. And they're in front of the dude. They'll talk about how good the person
They look.
but they take it like it's just an entertainer, so it's innocent. Nah, fuck
That
that.
shit, nah, like you old, bruh. I got a quick story. One of my homies and his wife, who I love, like she my sister. They were in the mall one day.
Okay.
Right? I ain't gonna say what mall. I'm gonna just say they was in the mall. They told me the story. A dude walked by that's a local, very popular dancer, stripper.
Okay.
Right? His wife, his wife might have frequented the joints.
Okay.
So he's standing doing this thing, looking at something in the mall. Homie walked by, his wife see him. She made a gesture like, damn. Like he heard her say it. And I was like, what? And she was like, yo, she didn't even deny it. Like, she was just like, yo, I couldn't help it. Like, she couldn't help it. Like, homie, like, he did something to her, like, mentally. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, that was, and my man, this guy's emotional intelligence is like, this guy should write a book on it.
Yeah.
Me? Bro, that's almost the same as the relationship being over. I
mean,
can't do that.
We human, like
Yeah,
so you know, right?
And solidly though.
True, but
don't
you
be
know,
human loud.
You right. Now just because you with somebody, you always gonna find other people attractive.
Absolutely.
People might find you attractive.
Absolutely.
That's just good. That's life, right?
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You also know that when girls talk, they gonna talk. So even if you got a girl or whatever, they still gonna compliment men. They still gonna have girl talk and talk shit.
True.
For the most part, right?
Of course.
Now, you're telling me that if Chris Brown pulled your wife on stage and did that, that's a deal breaker. That's
This
a
whole
divorce?
it's immediate divorce. While she's on stage, she should
packing up
already
bags.
know that a divorce letter is coming. Like, so I would just rather her just get it all out
Yeah,
right
true.
there, right?
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself because you already know. Once you jump out there with Chris freaking Brown, that dog, I'm not one of them sucker ass niggas be standing there watching this girl and all that.
Yeah.
Niggas be standing there holding a bag, looking stupid.
To me,
while
that's
his wife
like-
on stage.
That's like you cheated on me.
That's what I'm saying.
You literally and you cheated on me. You cheated on me, but you cheated on me in front of the world.
Bro, he
Cheated on me.
You telling me that he can do whatever he want? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. If that's how you feel, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know. Me and the rest of the fucking world know.
Yeah, you cheated on me.
on Instagram, and your kids gonna watch it when they get older.
Now, I'm
You want to know who always pulled me on stage
who?
back in the day?
Patti LaBelle.
Nah, Patti LaBelle.
That's how you like the
Nigga said Patti LaBelle. Nah, it's funny you said that shit. Cause I was gonna say like
oh,
Vanity or like Avalonia or some shit back in the 80s. That's how I want to put me on stage, but hell nah, put me on stage. I mean, probably like Ashanti or something like that.
Okay, I ain't think about her.
Feel me? Ashanti,
See, I
something like
couldn't
that.
think. I couldn't
Before,
think. So I changed mine.
Ashanti, Beyonce, something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ashanti, that's a good one.
Janelle Monáe, is it?
Okay, yeah.
You
See, I
understand
couldn't
me?
think when you asked me that.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. Player, SZA.
Damn, I couldn't think.
Something like that.
Yes.
Allegedly, SZA.
So let me rewind. I said Tiana Taylor. I still she put me
Tiana
on
Taylor.
stage.
Tiana Taylor did nothing for me though. She got a nice body, but
It's the sex appeal. It's like,
I feel
did you see her in that new movie?
which one?
You ain't see that.
The one with dog. First of all, the movie was terrible.
But the way she was acting with the dude,
Nah,
man, you
I
crazy.
feel you, dog. But I had a problem with that. That's a whole other thing. I had a problem with that. But like, I feel you
shit.
because it was like, see now we're about to go of course, but no, I feel what you're saying. No, that aggressiveness, yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, like as far as getting pulled on stage, like the ones I just mentioned.
I'm gonna take it to something serious real quick,
Yeah, bro, go ahead.
and then I want you to tell me what you think. So, one of my childhood female friends, rest in peace, Ashley Timms. She passed
Rest in
away.
peace. Ashley.
I knew her since daycare. You know what
Wow.
I mean? And she passed away, and it was one of those things where her family kind of, to me, seemed like they kept it on the low a little bit
Okay.
of what happened, and also the funeral was kind of private to I guess friends and family or just family. I'm not sure. So the crazy part about it is that, you know, like when you have a friend and y'all might go years without seeing each other, but when you see the person, it's just like
You already
yesterday,
know,
right?
It's instant connection.
So that's how it was with her. So some years ago, she was a policeman.
Wow.
And she had a Facebook, but for some reason she stopped posting on Facebook, and I don't know why.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I hadn't talked to her in a while. I heard she got married and had some kids.
Okay.
And her number was in my phone, but you know how you just lose touch with people, and
Right.
it just had been years,
Yep.
right? But for some reason, she was always in my spirit. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And I don't know why. She would just come to my mind from time to time over the years.
Okay.
And so, but I didn't reach out, but she would come to my mind.
Yeah.
And so when she passed away, it was crazy because I'm like, damn, well, is that the reason that she was coming to my spirit all these different years? You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. So she was on my mind a lot. And of course, after she passed away, she was on my mind.
Of course.
It's been on my mind because it hasn't been that long. And you know, when you lose people as we getting older and you losing people that you grew up with, it's just like, damn, life crazy, right?
Yeah.
And so my sister lives in LA.
Mm-hmm.
She flies into town and she has 2 daughters. So I go to my mom's house and my nieces are there.
Right.
I'm chilling upstairs and my niece comes upstairs and she brings me a book. And in the book, it's a book that I wrote like in the 5th grade.
Oh wow.
And we
Okay.
had to write a story in the book. So I'm like, oh, thanks, niece. She said, yeah, I just found this downstairs.
Wow.
So I'm reading the book and I'm reading the book. And when I get to the end in the back, it says, its sign says, nice book, Ashley Tim.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
How
dog.
did that make you feel? Like,
That made me feel like I just don't know sometimes. Like I don't believe in coincidences. So she's in my
Okay.
mind. She's been in my spirit for the
Okay.
last for some years.
yeah.
Now she passes away. She's still on my mind and my brain.
And then the book
my
that you
sister
bought,
comes to
dog,
LA.
that is-
I go randomly.
Yeah.
A book I wrote in 5th grade.
In the 5th grade.
and in the back of the book, it says nice book, Ashley Tim.
Dog, that's a beautiful story, bro. Always keep that book, bro.
That's crucial.
Always
dog.
keep that book. And it's tough where people like your peers pass,
For sure.
right? Violently or from a disease or suddenly. It's tough. Like you've been with that person since you were like a young person. Like you got friends, but that's a special type of connection,
For sure.
right? And so yeah, man. But no, definitely.
And so I just had to talk about that because the spirit world is real. And
Spirit
I'm not
world is
saying
real.
that to say that she came through spiritually and did that. I don't have an answer for why it happened like that and how that
No.
happened, but I don't think it was a coincidence, and I'll just leave it at that.
But that's still a beautiful thing, man. And you feel it. Like nobody else around you feel it,
Yeah.
but you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a beautiful thing. A lot of people feel like that with like butterflies, and they might think of their loved ones or something will trigger them to think of their grandmother
sure,
or their daughter or whatever. It happens to me all the time, man, with my sister, man. And it's a real personal thing.
Yeah,
Can't
bro.
really explain it to somebody
Yeah,
unless they go through
exactly.
it. That's dope, man. But rest in peace to her,
Rest
man.
in
Sorry
peace.
about that.
Now we're gonna get into today's subject, and today is the part is called The Fix, and we're gonna talk about fixers and listeners. So it's basically like when a person is having a conversation with you, are you the type of person where you're just listening, or do you just off the break offer your advice? You know what I'm saying? Like
the
you,
break.
you don't let them finish what they saying. You already like, well, you should have did this. I would have done that. Well, next time this. Or are you the person that listens and say, well, you know, why did that happen? Why do you feel like that? How did you become to start feeling like that? What type of person are you?
What type of person are you?
I feel like this, man. So look, so I feel like this. I feel like that I've been both.
Okay.
But I think that I am a good listener.
Okay.
I feel like that.
Have you been told that?
Yes, I was told at middle school. I never forget. It was this girl named Renisha Smith,
Oh shit.
and we was on the phone one day, and this was like I was like in middle school.
What
And she-
age did you say?
This was probably like 14.
I think I'm talking about since you've been a
No, but I just want to tell you.
Okay, go
But I just
ahead.
want to tell you
I
how I derived to it. So one day she said, Everett, you're a really good listener.
I like that.
And that was back. So in my
long time
mind,
ago,
I
yeah.
didn't know. I don't even know what the fuck that mean. You know what I'm saying? To me, I just was like, okay, that's what's up.
Right.
But as I got older, fast forwarding, and me knowing myself, learning myself, I can understand why I've been told that. And then that was the only time. That was the first time. So I always noticed that people never mind telling me their business.
Okay.
And I've had people tell me their business and catch themselves and be like, why am I telling
you all this?
You know what I mean? So
Right.
I think that I'm a great listener.
Man, first of all, there's no better listeners than me. Everybody knows it. You know what I mean? I had, black people, Native American people, white people. Everybody tells Trey that Trey is the best listener. I'm not going to tell you business, right? If we talk about something on the pod, I don't use your name. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's very discreet. But yeah, I have been told throughout my different careers that I've been a good listener. Like I can almost judge you, but you will never know by my facial expression that I'm like, this motherfucker, right? I'm not gonna let you know that, right? But over time, I learned a lot about myself, and I had an aha moment within the last year when it comes to listening. This is what I mean. Gentleman that I know tells me something that will make me just go bonkers in my mind about his wife. I immediately told him to come to my house. That's how hype I was about it, right? Like, bruh, we ain't even gonna do this over the phone. Come to my house. Comes to my house 3 days later, sitting on my couch. I worked all day. I'm tired as hell. Didn't eat, came home, ain't even getting a shower. I won't listen to what my man's saying because in my mind, I got 15 different things we could do. 15. He's sitting down, got him a drink, whatever. He talking. 3 hours, 3 hours on my couch. The aha moment, the light bulb went off. Oh, he didn't tell me that for an answer or a solution.
Yep.
But I didn't understand it because I'm in that mode where I'm trying to fix real fast, right? Then it made me look at him a certain way where to this day, like I've kind of distanced myself from him, right? I'm about to go off track, bro. So you got to pull me back in. I'm just letting you know that. So I felt that he should have did something to combat what happened to him, right? That his wife did. So I deleted his wife from my social media. This is the type of friend Trey is, right? Deleted his wife immediately, same night. So deleted the number out of my phone and all that, right? Why on Father's Day I get a text? And y'all could think of me however y'all want. This is how I go. I'm the type of friend you need. She texted me on Father's Day. His wife did.
Okay.
In my mind, I was like, how she get through? I thought I blocked her. Remember I talked about blocking people before and you about to beat me up? Bro, I was like, yo, how did this number pop up in my phone? Like, damn, I thought I blocked her, right? Block. She said, Happy Father's Day. I blocked her. I don't know. I ain't even want the Happy Father's Day. How do you feel about that? You think I'm a terrible person?
I don't think you're a terrible person. I think it was rude.
Okay.
To if someone tells you Happy Father's Day
And I block
and you don't respond or say thank you. Sometimes I feel like what I do feel like is that when people are in relationships and things happen to them, that's really between them. And if once you start doing stuff like that, you've involved yourself into their thing.
I think I didn't involve myself into that thing.
Well, yes, that's one way to look at it.
She wanted to involve me in it.
So okay.
Go ahead.
So let me ask you then. So are you saying
Trying
that
to trick me?
Okay, so you're basically saying that the Happy Father's Day wasn't genuine, and that was an opening for you to say thank you and for her to say some more?
This is my thing. This is the reason why I know what happens because she tried to have him to make me be the godfather.
Okay.
Right? You feel me?
Yeah.
So and then he gonna go along with it, but then something in his mind like, no, I think I need to let him know everything. When he let me know everything, that's what set off the chain of events with me personally.
I got you.
Right? He might handle things way different than me, right? But in defense of him, I went into what I went into where, okay, cool, I'm gonna cut off all communication with her, right? So I'm not thinking about the rudeness of it. I'm just thinking about, damn, I thought I blocked the person. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even want you to even think that I'm like him in any type of way when you do something like that to that person, right? Which is crazy to me. But anyway, like you said, they like it. That's how they live. But when you try to involve me in it, that's where I look at you 10 times worse because you tried to involve me in it. And I was like, hell no, right? But anyway, I blocked her and I didn't think about it anymore. Like, I don't want any type of, because the manipulation game that might get over on that person is not going to get over on me.
No, I got you. Now, I had a situation.
You think I'm rude, but go ahead.
No, I mean, that was a little rude.
If it happened to you,
it was
and a person that did it to you tries to text me, I'm not going to respond to the text. I'm just letting you know going forward. Now, would you talk to the person that did something terrible to me and they text you?
Okay, so this is the thing. Let's say that.
Talk about that.
All right, let's just say you're married, right?
Right.
And because you're married, you've been married for 15 years,
right.
13, 14, 15 years. And because of that, I have a relationship with you. I have a relationship with your wife, but I'm not into y'all's business and stuff, right? But then all of a sudden, y'all get into it, y'all split.
Because
now, regardless of the reason,
the reason makes a big difference.
It does make a difference,
okay.
But the reason wasn't that you was beating her up or she was beating you up. Y'all just whatever. Y'all made an argue, got into it, but y'all end up breaking up. And because y'all broke up, you want me to say fuck the relationship that you had with her. She dogged me. Don't talk to her no more.
No. And don't that happens too, right? But in this situation, I didn't tell you, hey, don't respond to her, right? But I told you what terrible thing that she did, right? I did tell you that, but It's on you to do that, right? But now, if you tell me like, yo, she did this to me, I'm like, are you kidding me, right? If it's one of those, and then she try to happy birthday me and you my man, I only know her because of you. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the relationship wasn't that long. It was probably maybe like 2-3 years. So it's not really that super deep. But anyway, if she tried to hit me on my phone like, hey, I'm not.
I can dig it.
You know what I mean? It's very situational.
I was going to say that.
It's very situational. So something like that, when you get divorced, of course we still, hey, thank you, appreciate it, But it depends on what it was. So my question was, because I reacted that way, I knew that you were going to beat me up. Right? You were going to say, Trey, why are you doing this again?
Well, so basically that all derived from you being a good listener, right? Now,
okay.
And because you did that, I guess that could be probably being aggressive too, right?
I'm an aggressive listener.
So I had a situation where I was telling somebody something personal.
Right.
And in that moment, I was kind of venting.
Okay.
And so while I was venting, the person was giving me advice. And in that moment, I didn't want advice. I didn't want you to tell me this and tell me that. I just needed an open ear, right?
Bruh.
But I had never experienced that
this
before.
Is good, bro.
And so that was my first time where I'm like, damn, sometimes I feel like, you know, when you tell a person something, it's not that I want you to agree with me, but I'm not in the place of you responding to what I'm saying. I just need an open ear. I don't need you to tell me, well, if you hadn't done this, then this one. Nah, dog, just listen to me right now. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the things that when you're having a conversation with a person that they say is good, is for you to ask, are you talking to me because you just trying to vent?
Man, listen to him, man.
Do you want a response? And before you even lay it out that way, a person knows what to do when you're talking to them. Because if I just want you to hear me talk and I just want to vent, but then you respond, that make me be like, you know what? I'm not telling that person shit again. But it might not be their fault. They might not know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
that's how love you too, dog. And you gotta be careful. You talk to people who love you, people who like, what? Like some people jump out the window fast, right?
Yeah.
So it depends on what you're saying. Now, a person who talking about certain traits. Let's get into certain traits, okay?
Yeah.
A person who instinctively believes that they have solutions to other people's problems is often called a fixer.
Okay.
Depending on the context, that's why I say context. See what I'm saying? You beat me up, and I'm trying to give you the context why your boy did it. They might also be described as a problem solver, someone who enjoys finding practical solutions. Okay. A rescuer, some of y'all is rescuers, someone who feels responsible for saving or helping others, sometimes at the expense of themselves. Okay. I'm gonna say that one more time. A rescuer, someone who feels responsible for saving or helping others. I think I'm a rescuer sometimes too, bro.
I think that's what I am too. Now I'm gonna add to you were talking about fixers.
Yeah, but hold on. I got two more.
Okay.
Then we go into it. A rescuer, someone who feels responsible for saving or helping others. That also can be looked at as an enabler. You keep doing that. Sometimes at the expense of themselves. A Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It. A informal way of describing someone who always tries to solve problems.
Mm-hmm.
A coach or a mentor, if they help by guiding people rather than taking over. Okay. Being a fixer is not inherently bad. In fact, it can be a real strength.
Mm-hmm.
Fixers are often caring, resourceful, dependable, and action-oriented. See, I'm action-oriented. They want to reduce suffering and make your situation better. Go ahead, bro.
Now, let me give an example of like a real life example of somebody who is a fixer. Something happens and then the person tells you, don't complain. They think they helping you though.
Then we stop.
then something happens and a person and your kid crying and you say, don't cry, toughen up.
Yeah, like,
right?
Okay.
Don't talk about your feelings. People think that, so people who are fixers consider that fixing the situation.
It's not.
But in certain situations, you need to be a listener. Now, let me tell you about being a listener real quick. So what I've learned in my life is that I never knew this, but being a listener can take a toll on you.
Damn right.
And I've noticed that all my life I've been a listener. And I didn't realize that me listening, because I'm the person that everybody calls to tell what's going on in their life.
I'm like
get
that.
advice and all that stuff. But I didn't realize until later that that was draining me.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that you're telling me about your life and I'm giving you advice and everything. And I'm thinking I'm moving on with my day and I'm moving on with my life. But actually, that shit is sitting with me. And now that it's sitting with me, what I've had to do now is I'm at the point that when certain people call me, if I feel like talking to you, I'll pick up the phone. If I don't feel like it, I won't, because I got my own shit going on. And I'm not always mentally ready to take on what you want to tell me. Not only that, a lot of people who want to tell you everything that's going on with their life don't ask you shit about yours.
And
so hold
go
on,
ahead.
right? They don't ask you nothing about your life. Everything is about what they got going on. They don't ask you how your kids doing, how your wife doing, what you been up to. The first thing when they call is to tell you what they got going on with their life. And then when you explain to a person that ain't what you feeling and they continue to do it, the only thing you can do is cut a person off. Now, when you do cut the person off, instead of them being mature enough to realize why you did it,
cut them off, huh?
No,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, you know
what you said.
So look, I want to say,
a good listener right now.
I mean, like sometimes I learned, like I would just pick up the phone. I had to learn, dog. You taking in what everybody else's energy and it's draining you, and you not knowing that. So now I'm a little different. You know what I'm saying? I love myself enough to look at that phone
bro,
and just say, no, not today. Look at the phone, nah, because I'm not your savior. Then the thing is, when you do try to be a fixer, an adult is going to do what an adult wants to do.
All the time.
You can give them all the best advice in
just
the fucking
humans.
world.
Not
when they get off
humans.
that phone, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. Do you really want my advice? That's how you learn. Are you calling the vet or you calling for me to give you some advice? To me, most people are calling for to vent. They don't want no advice.
They don't want
They
to
act like they want the advice. You give the advice, and they still do the same shit.
People going people, dog. I got that from CJ, man. People going people, bro. They going to do what they going to do, bro. And then the relationship, like your part of that relationship is to be who you are, right? I'm going to be who I am. So damn, who do I call? Or I always call this person. He's a great listener. Like, damn, you always got problems then.
Exactly.
Your solution is for this person to always be available
Yes,
for you.
bruh. Oh my God.
Right?
Oh, yes,
right?
bruh.
My solution, I'm not even thinking about fixing the problem that I keep having. But hey, my solution is, because I'm only thinking about me. I want to make me feel better. And he'll pick the phone up at 5. I'm gonna call him back at 7.
Yeah.
He'll pick. Go to sleep at 8:01.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him back. He always answer the phone in the morning.
Selfishness, bruh.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm only thinking about you listening to me.
Yeah.
About my thing. People like that. It depends on the person. Some of them, man, they'll mean no harm, right? But it's just like, once you stop becoming available, they really become who they really are, and they'll show you, right? Now, most relationships, they're still going to go on fine, but some people, like, yo, when you're not available for them, they will flip on you. They want to suck that energy from you. And once you're done talking to them about it, once you're done answering the phone all the time, they're going to move on to somebody else. They're going to talk to that, talk about you to that person. Then they're going to dump their problems onto it. But some people, that's their relationship. That's their position in their relationship. I'm the venter. You're the person that listens.
And when you change,
and you better not give me no solution either.
Yeah, and when you change on them, they so used to how it used to be that if you change, now they feel like you different or you a fucked up person.
You're the problem. You're the problem when I used to dump my problems on you.
Yeah.
But you're the problem. So look, the challenge comes when someone starts fixing, like you were talking about. So, okay, let me go to me, right? You could be talking to me, and it's just based on my life experiences. And it's always coming from a genuine place. That's a really big thing. Like, I genuinely care about the problem, right? So sometimes I'm listening, and I've heard this before. Maybe not from you, but I heard it before. I've seen it before. I heard it. Okay. I already got the answer. I got the answer already, right? So I gotta learn, Trey. You gotta shut up sometimes, right? You gotta just sit there. So I did that. I do that with, I don't want to say her name. I do this with somebody in particular. Because I just know her so damn much. And I want her to do a certain thing, but I got to be careful how I respond to her, because she'll get emotional. I don't want to push her away because I love her. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, she's talking to me like, oh, I want you to meet this person. I don't want to meet anybody right now because I know what you need to be doing. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So it's just like, I'm listening to you, but I want to respond before you even finish. I'm like, listen, I know what's best for you, right? But like, if a friend is talking to me, I'll listen, but I'm telling you, man, I just got it. Before you finish up, I got it already, but I'll let you finish. But that's where my dynamic of being a good listener, it kind of hurts me. Go ahead.
Okay, well then let me ask you. So I'm gonna talk about the difference between sympathy and empathy. Okay.
Okay.
So sympathy says, I feel bad for you, right? Empathy says, I understand why that hurts. Now, are you situational when it comes to sympathy or empathy? Which one do you think you use the most? Do you sympathize with a person the most, or do you empathize with a person?
Again, super situational, because if you the same person with the same goddamn problems I have,
you don't have no sympathy. Okay.
No. I'm gonna come at you like, now I'm telling you, the default is because of love, because I care about you, right? But it's like, if you coming to me for the sympathy, nah, I got like 5 things that you should have been doing yesterday because I know you. Now, somebody I don't have that relationship with,
For sure.
I'm gonna be empathetic and try to guide them.
Or if a person, like you say, if a person is telling you the same stuff over and over and again,
Bruh.
and they making the same mistakes, you're not gonna be sympathetic.
I can't.
But if I have a friend and that friend really only call me when there's some real shit going on,
Right.
I'm gonna be empathetic.
Of course, because they're not known for doing that.
They not known for doing
They're
that.
not gonna
You know what
call
I'm
you
saying?
every 5 minutes, bro. Hey, a lot of y'all be wasting y'all phone calls though. Like y'all, like everything is not an emergency. Everything is not an emergency because look, this is what the people don't tell you. The person that you always be calling, they're talking about you to somebody. They're like, yo, so and so. They only call me when it's so and so, right? And they're not even thinking about you as a suitable person or an adult that can handle their own situations, rather small or kind of big. If you making everything small, big, it's like, yo, I'm not even gonna like, bro. You see the name and you like, like, nah, I can't even do it.
Now,
But
being a fixer is not a bad thing.
it's not.
I think all of it is situational. If I speak for myself, I think sometimes I'm a fixer and then sometimes I'm a listener. It just depends on the situation and what's going on. But I am the type of person that will listen to you and ask you questions because I really care about where your
I
mind
don't
is.
want you
You know what I
asking
mean?
questions, bro. I'm just telling you what's going on. Even though I'm telling you that I played 90% of it, I don't want you to tell me that, E. I want you to just listen to what I'm saying, bro. See, that's the problem trying to talk to you.
Now, but if I've listened to you over and over again, when that motherfucker phone ring, I'm gonna hit the end button and because, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm gonna do.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? Because I'm genuine with my friends,
Right.
and I do care.
You think I'm genuine with my friends?
Yeah.
Damn.
You
Alright,
so look, so no, so
He's a
Chaz,
very honest person, bro.
Yes, but you can be
No, you hesitated. though.
emotional with your friends. You can let your emotion take over.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so when I do that, I love that we're having this conversation. Okay, so when Trey does that make him wrong?
It doesn't make you wrong. I
Okay.
think everybody handles things the best way. I'm gonna be real with you, dog.
Go ahead.
I had to. You helped me learn like a different way of handling things.
Okay.
Because there's times where you've handled situations, and I feel like I wouldn't have handled them after that. I mean, I wouldn't have handled them that way. But after like 2-3 months go by, I realized why you did that.
So I appreciate you saying that. And when you saw me handle a situation that way, that's because I've been dealing with that same situation for like years.
Okay.
So what you saw was the end result where it stopped the bus. I want to get off, right? Because of my own life experiences and my growth, bro. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not on a different level, bro. I'm not. And we shouldn't. We stay in the same situation with people for too goddamn long.
Yeah.
Like you sitting there literally bored or literally thinking about 10 things you got to do, but you sitting here enabling somebody who's not on your level. They probably you used to be, but you chose to grow because it is a choice. So, bruh, when you saw me do that, man, how I did it, I was just tired, man. You know what I'm saying? And instead of me like exploding on somebody or talking to somebody crazy and getting out of my character, I just give you distance. You know what I'm saying? And I was right about it because that person or people, they still display the same characteristics and other people saw it.
Now,
right?
Also, what I learned is that sometimes, unless you go through it, you really don't understand what's happening
Bingo.
to a person
Bingo.
or what they're feeling and
There
what
you
they're
go.
going through. You think that you would handle a situation a different way until it happened to you. And then you handle the situation the same way that other person
This
handled
guy's
the
smart.
situation,
This
right?
guy's smart.
But the
Listen
thing
to him.
about it is being able to admit that. A lot of people have a lot of pride and ego and can't say that, oh, the way you handled it was right, or they won't backtrack and tell you.
Yeah, dog.
They'll just keep moving forward because people have a hard time of admitting someone else is right for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I didn't ask you to how you felt about how I handled it. I handled it how I handled it. And then like if you handle it some certain way and I walk in the room and I just see you handling it, right? Bro, you already been dealing with it before I even enter, right?
For
and
sure.
Then, and then you could sit down and I'll be like, damn, E, what was that about, right? I'm not gonna do it right after that, but later on, when you sit down and you could articulate it, right? And you could be like, bruh, and then you give examples. Oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. So people handle it how they handle it, but I think that the frustration comes in with the listening and then judging thing is when, again, the person is showing you certain traits, then not taking any accountability for it, but keeps rehashing everything everybody else does, right? And they're calling you to talk to you about it.
Now let's take it to.
That was good. That was a good 3 minutes, bro.
Now
that was good, E.
Let's take it to being a listener, or being a listener or a problem solver with your children, right?
Okay.
So when I was growing up, I think about when your parent tells you to do certain things, and your kid asks you why I got to do that, and then you just say, because I said so.
Right.
I think that that's more of a fix-it approach. But with my son, I'm a listener first.
Got it.
And I take the approach of when he asks me why I got to do this, well, why this, I explain first.
Right.
So because sometimes you think a kid is genuinely asking you like, why do I need to do that? And but some parents will take the approach because I told you to, then go to your fucking room.
Right.
I don't do that.
Right.
Now, you still might have to go to your fucking room after, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be a listener first. What's wrong? Why do you feel like that? What made you feel like that? What do you think you should change? I'm going to listen first and then I'm going to fix. Now, y'all know what I always say. I ain't telling nobody how to raise their kids because ain't nobody telling me how to raise mine.
Right.
I'm just saying that when it comes to what I see with the youth, period, or your kids, I think being a listener first will always get better results than to just say, get the fuck up and keep it moving. Your son get hit, get up and do this. Yeah, you can do that. Sometimes in the moment you can do that, but at some point later on, you need to become a listener. Even when it comes to the youth and them being on the street, and you just pull up to them and say, man, y'all need to get your ass off this corner. That ain't no fix.
Right.
Because you need to talk to them and find out why y'all standing on the corner.
Right.
What's the real reason that you are out here?
Right.
What is the real reason that you all feel like you need to be around each other and can't be individuals? Then after you can listen and get everything, then you can get to a point of being a fixer.
I like that.
Listen.
Damn. That was bad, bro. That was so damn good just now. I think the reactionary parenting is traumatic. Like, especially if you come from getting your ass whooped when you were little and you're used to like strong people that raised you that'll tear you up or whatever. I think that you grow up with those same type of I'm not gonna say innate, I'll just say habits, right? Because you could choose that. But a lot of people go extra hard with the asking me why type thing. They'll take it as the biggest disrespect, right? Because when they were little,
you could ask shit, right?
You asked your grandmother from 1954, why, right? But asking, and sometimes, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, like I gotta catch myself sometimes when one of my 3 kids asks me why. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I mean? Like you gotta breathe.
But if you help them, if you ask,
they're gonna learn from you.
Yes, and then when you really explain to kids and
bro.
They not asking. They not always asking because they don't want to do it. They really want to know why.
So with that, I over talk to my children. I over explain why even before we get to that point. Right, I'll explain to you why. This is a perfect example. I tell my kids, I say, look, when y'all get older and when daddy comes over your house, I'll start off just like that. I said it to them a million times. When daddy come over your house, daddy want to come into your house and I want your house to be clean. I said, if your father comes in your house and your house is dirty, I'm gonna turn around and leave and I'm gonna come back when the house is clean. I say that to them to let them understand, oh, okay, cool, this is what we need to do. Now, do they do it? Hell no, they don't do it, right? But I say that to them, I'm setting an expectation, not only for me, but for your future, right?
For sure.
So whether hopefully I'm here, but if not, you have an expectation from your father telling you, hey, look, man, I be having them, this what they hate, bro. Laundry room, hey, come in here. get all the bright colors and put them in the washing machine. And I'll sit there and I'll watch them. Bro, you might as well ask them to go out there and run 25 miles, bro.
Yeah, it's like
they are like, every little close, right? But they do it and they know how to do it now. So if I'm downstairs cooking or I'm doing something, I can have them go do it, and they know how to do it because their father told them how to do it, or their mother would tell them how to do it. But again, people parent different.
They do.
Okay.
Now,
people parent different.
I was gonna say, they do, and however you parent is however you parent.
Yeah.
Just things to think about, just for y'all, watching. Are you a good listener, or are you a good problem solver? Do you do both? Just something to think about in your friendships and relationships. There's something we didn't talk about that I wanted to talk about since we were talking about the youth. And this is probably relatable to a lot of people. I came across something that says 1 in 3 adults under 35 live with parents as housing costs soar, data shows. 1 in 3 adults under 35.
1 in 3 adults
live with their parents.
I got something on that. Go ahead.
Now, when I was growing up, now I ain't move out to 25, so I ain't gonna talk no shit, right?
I think you're like, hold up. I can't talk about myself, boy.
Look, but in my mind, though, the whole goal was to get the fuck up out the house, right? And back when we was growing up, I ain't saying we dinosaurs or nothing, but cost of living was a little different.
Right.
Apartments didn't cost as much. You could get an apartment, especially you could get one with a roommate.
800.
All that, dog. You know what I'm saying? My cousin paid. We were paying. We lived in a 2-bedroom, nice joint.
Where at though?
Fort Washington.
Okay.
On Palmer Road.
Okay.
The joint cost. It was 1,010. It was like 1,100 for 2-bedroom.
He's about to say 1,000.
Nah. So, dog, did you realize, dog,
that's nothing. That's nothing.
That's nothing, dog.
Bruh.
Now, so I get it, right? Like, in this day and time, it's a lot of kids when they finish school, the jobs that they're getting, and this is for now. This ain't just these are people with college degrees,
right?
That are still staying at home because of the cost of living. Everything is just so expensive that it's making people stay at home. Now, after you read that, I'm gonna ask you a question about. I wanted to ask you if you can imagine when your kids get
all 3 of them
around that age. How would you feel about that?
All right, I'm gonna answer that. So let me start off with the statistics. Recent housing data, okay, shows that about 1 in 3 U.S. adults under 35, roughly 25.2 million people, live with one or both parents. This is the highest level on record outside of the COVID-19 peak. About 70% of these young adults are employed, meaning this is not simply a result of unemployment. Right? So I have more stats I'm gonna get into. But look, my house is big enough. Okay. First of all, I got 3 of them, so that's a lot of damn adults. But let me tell you, the business structure of what we're going to be doing collectively as a family, where your income that you make is going somewhere to help your family and to help yourself as an individual. So it's all about the planning. I think that some people that are working and staying with their parents, a lot of them don't really be contributing to their parents like that, because
some parents don't ask for it though.
They don't ask for it, but still the damn kid needs to be sure. So, but I'm saying that to say, you living with me in my house, and the way that these mortgages rates is rating, your ass is going to be contributing to the food that you eat. Every single bill I pay is going to be broken down to, now this is when they, adults or whatever, right? But at the same time, your plan is you can have a business, you can have your investments, things that are working for you, where it's making so much sense for you to stay home. And I'm never going to be one of those parents. Are you 18? You got to leave.
Yeah,
a lot of that shit be out of frustration. You don't really know what to do. And where did you learn that? Black people kicking their kids out for you know what I mean?
But at 18, you're still a child. That's what some people don't realize. Like,
you're 25.
You're 18, but you're still a child. Now, my whole thing is, if my
Some black people. I didn't mean to say like a paint with a broad brush. Go ahead.
if my child is grown and they need to stay at home because they can't afford, as long as they doing what they supposed to do,
Thank you.
it's okay. And
Yeah.
and stacking money is part of it.
Stacking, investing, yes.
If you home and you ain't doing shit, you won't be home. 'Cause
Major
you can
problem.
get put the fuck out.
Your
You
ass
know what
be
I
in the
mean?
shelter over there
That's when
playing
you
video
got to
games.
get out when you ain't doing shit. Then
Yeah.
you got to fend for yourself. But if you're doing what you're supposed to do, I don't know how the economy will be by the time my kids are adults. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with staying at home as long as you can if you're being productive and you're contributing
Yes.
and you're saving money.
Yes. Yes.
I think that it's okay. But as an adult, I got to a point where it's like I want to get the fuck out because I want to be able to entertain my women like I want to.
Man.
I just want to be, a
Some
grown
niggas
adult.
be comfortable. They still bring their women to their parents' joint.
So if you if you home and you comfortable, especially as a man,
Playing the game.
then that shit ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, man, if you got stuff going on and you stacking, you focus, that's different.
Right.
But if you like comfortable with this shit, that's a mentality thing. I think that's a little different.
You got to be working your plan. People living with their parents are not all the same, though. They generally fall into several groups. The financial planner, living at home to save for a house,
Yeah.
paying off student loans or credit card debt. That's
I did all that shit.
okay.
Man.
The underemployed worker has a job, but wages haven't kept up with housing costs. That's
Do they
that
got
falls into what he was saying.
do they
about
got do they got the bullshitter as on the list?
the bull? We gonna talk about the bullshitter. The student attending college, graduate school, or vocational training. The caregiver. The caregiver can be hold on. The caregiver
Well,
helping
Take care of your mama phone.
Yeah, but you wasn't cooking before that though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
You know what you gotta do.
you got that crutch. Yeah,
Roof over your head.
yeah, helping parents, right, or grandparents. Now, we understand some people they gotta do that
For sure.
But a lot of y'all that's y'all little come up move, sharing, caring, caregiving responsibilities. Okay, the bullshitter. Okay, the bullshitter, the one that we all know him. You know what I mean, or her. They lazy. They in their 30s or 40s or late 20s. No type of ambition. Super. They not telling you that. You know that. Damn. Okay. Are you paying rent? Probably not even paying rent because they. The parents' house paid off. You know what I'm saying? And don't let him just be living with his mom. He driving his mother car sometimes, all that. She paying for all this stuff. Meanwhile, he lying to the women he bringing over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Females too, like lazy.
Ain't giving no money to the parents and shit.
No money to the parents.
Eating, expecting the food and shit. You come in, you be like, Mom, what you cook? Nigga, you
Bro, the worst one.
dirty.
The worst one be the ones that live with their people and they got kids too.
Hell yeah.
That's the worst kind. How you lazy living with your parents and you making children? That's the worst kind.
Yeah,
you not taking
you live
care
in your
of kids.
own. You in the house, but then you done created a whole nother life. But in the house with your parents,
Then-
that shit happens too, bruh.
Then the parents enable your
Mm-hmm.
ass. The parents be taking care of the grandkid. Yeah, the parents be taking care of the grandkid. Then you got 2-3 kids. Bruh, that's
It
the
happens.
worst. That's the worst one, E. That's the worst one.
But that happens on a regular basis. So bottom line, I know that times are different. A lot of people do have to stay home, and then some people feel like they don't want to. They don't want to move into an apartment. They want to save up and get a house first. I can understand all that.
I want to get me a house.
If you at home and you being productive, I don't see anything wrong with it. You know what I mean? This is a different day and time. It really is. And people go through hard times. I'm not talking shit. For example,
Right.
when I moved out, I had promised myself that I would never move back into my mother's house. But guess what? I met my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to stack. I need to buy a ring. I need to pay for the wedding. So you know what the fuck I did? Moved back in mama's house for a little bit.
But you had goals and you had plans. That's way different.
No, it is.
Right, you
But
feel me?
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
but with that, it
Speaking
took
that.
me. it took a lot. It took a lot for me because I didn't want to go back home, dog.
Okay.
But it's just that was the best for me, and it worked
And don't
out.
go back home with an attitude either, like towards your people.
And this is the thing. When I moved
that
out,
attitude
when I
you
had
make
moved out, me and my mom was always kind of beefing.
Got it.
I had grown into a man at this point, and when I moved back in, it was beautiful because
Right.
I was more mature. I understood. You know what I'm saying? She respected me as a man. I wasn't there
Yes,
for a long
bro.
time, but
Nah, I got it.
it just worked out. So I'm never going
I
to
did
knock a
that.
person for having to be
I've done
home.
it. Yeah.
Just as long as you've been a productive person in the home. And like Trey said, not raising another family inside your parents'
Bro,
home and all that shit. That's the difference.
All right, so I'm gonna just read this last thing, bro, and you can take it
Yeah.
home. All right, because we not dissing. We just explain. We all been there. I done
Hell
back
yeah.
in all that. It's a balanced perspective to take us home. It's important not to stereotype everyone who lives with their parents. Today's data suggests the trend is driven primarily by affordability rather than laziness. Most young adults living at home are working, and many are using the arrangement strategically to prepare for long-term financial stability. At the same time, for a smaller group, staying at home can become a comfort zone that delays independence if there is no clear plan to move forward. You do it with a plan.
Yes.
We're going to close with that.
We're going to close with that. Now, I say this. I'm saying this on this pod. I'm saying-
100,000.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Come on,
shit.
bruh.
Hold on.
Supposed to
Three
leave with
things.
that.
You right. Damn.
Take us home, dog.
So we made it to 100,000 views, man. You gotta celebrate your victories. There's
Off the
people
trunk.
who got millions of views. We ain't there yet, but we gonna get there. But we
Yeah.
celebrating what we do have, and it's just a big accomplishment to have that many people view your stuff. It's more than 100,000. I just want to say thank you because y'all don't have to take the time to listen, scroll,
Absolutely.
and like, but y'all do. We just going to, and we just getting started. And I ain't talking shit. Like I'm just being for real.
Man, we
really
all
just
talking
getting
shit.
started.
This,
Like,
this what we do. This what we do.
Nah,
My
real
man
shit.
Cooking, he made the phone call. He said, Trey, let's do it. And we've been cooking, bro. Take it
Now,
home, dog.
I need to get I'm trying to get the episode. I'm gonna have the episodes on the iTunes and all that. It's just a lot of work doing all that shit, right? Follow us on Instagram at Read the Room. Follow us on TikTok at Read the Room. When you follow us on Instagram, there's a link in the bio. If you click that link, that'll take you to our YouTube page. And when you get to the YouTube page, hit that subscribe button. That's where the full episodes are. If you like what you hear, tell a friend to tell a friend about the pod. As I always say, everybody has a pod, but everybody isn't us. Till the next time.